Our Chachamim teach us that on this night, some 3,300 years ago, our ancestors cried. We listened to the slander of the Meraglim and we cried. And Hashem said, Atem bechisem bechiyah shel chinam. You cried for nothing. V'ani kovei lachem bechiyah ledoros. And I'm going to establish for you crying for all generations. And tonight we gather to fulfill that decree. As we do every year, we fulfill Hashem's decree. And we cry for what we have to cry for. We cry for the Jews that were murdered in Yerushalayim 2,000 years ago. And for the Jews who were murdered this very year on Bondi Beach. We cry because our ancestors believed slander about our land. And we cry because today so many millions of people believe the slander that the mayor of New York City spreads about the people of our land. We cry for those who live in the terror of bombs and missiles. And we cry for those who live in the terror of shame and humiliation. We cry for our people being accused of the most monstrous atrocities. And we cry for the people who have suffered the most monstrous atrocities, and nobody believes them. We cry for the mothers who send their sons off to war. And we cry for the mothers who don't recognize the sons who return. We cry for the sacrifices demanded of our soldiers. And we cry for the venom spread by so-called rabbis denigrating the sacrifice of our brave soldiers. We cry for children who are afraid to go to school. And we cry for the children who are afraid to come home. We cry for those who've lost the people that they love. And we cry for the people who have no life, who have no love in their life at all. We cry for the people who don't have the light of Torah in their lives. And we cry for the people who have the darkness of a perverted and twisted Torah shoved on them. We cry for the past. And we cry for our present. We cry for our people as a nation. We cry for each and every one of our people who is suffering. Every shattered heart, every frightened child, every grieving parent, and every lonely soul. But above all, we cry for a world in which Hashem's presence is hidden. A world in which all of this can happen. We cry over the Hester Panim that allows cruelty to flourish, falsehood to be believed, innocence to suffer, and so many people to feel abandoned and alone. Beneath every one of our tears is the deepest cry of all. The cry of a world that does not yet clearly reveal its creator. Tonight, let our tears join the tears of Yirmiyahu, the tears of Rachel Imenu, the tears of our people for thousands of years. But we don't just cry because of our pain. And we don't cry because we're alone. We cry because someone's listening. We pour out our hearts because we believe that our tears do not fall empty. Every tear is seen, every broken heart is heard, and every cry reaches the Kisei HaKavod. Yirmiyahu Navi tells us in Eicha, Kumi Roni Valayla, get up and cry out in the night. L'rosh hashmuros, at the beginning of every watch, Shivchi chamayim libei nochach pnei Adonai, pour your heart out like water before the presence of Hashem. Tonight we pour out our hearts like water, not because we're alone, but because we know that we're not. Even within the darkness of Hester Panim, we cry nochach pnei Hashem. We cry because he's listening. We cry because we know he still loves us. And we cry because one day he'll answer.